The Praetorian Guard. The last stand at Glazer's Creek. The Battle of Big Tooth River. A while ago, Games Workshop released this set, the Praetorian Guard. And it was head swaps with the Mordian Guard. And it came out in Games Day 1997. There's been a lot of stuff written about this. There's a lot of website stuff. And we've had the Battle of Big Tooth River with this set right here. So the coming of Big Tooth River was in White Dwarf 216. And then we've had the massacre in 218, where it actually shows you everything that came about the Praetorians' last stand of the 24th Praetorian Regiment attacking a large orc settlement. This is White Dwarf 217, which shows you the box set that was coming at the time. So you have 216 over here, which is telling you here it comes. Then you have 217, here it is. Then we have 218, giving you a description of the Games Day 97 Battle of Big Tooth River, which had a lot of cool stuff in it. Then we got into White Dwarf 222, which has the last stand at Glazer's Creek, which is a throwback to the Battle of Rook's Drift in the movie Zulu. And this is the last remnants of the Praetorian 24th. Well, Alex and I, Thursday, are going to be playing. That's his orc army there. And right now there is 110 orc boys. We've got trucks, we've got storm boys, we've got a looted vehicle here. And basically what we will be doing is we will be utilizing 3rd edition rules, using the 3rd edition Imperial Guide Codex, 3rd edition Orc Codex, Imperial Armor for the emplacement right there. And we get a couple of journals. That's the Citadel Journal number 29 and 22, which will simulate the penal troops and the Arbites. So we're considering redoing this battle right here at Glazer's Creek, the last stand at Glazer's Creek. And then as we thought more about it, this has already been done. It's been done a couple of times. So we figured out a campaign that what we're going to do is, this is actually 5 to 10 miles from Glazer's farm. And this is a water reclamation center where at this oasis the Imperials have set up a camp to mine the water. So they're extricating the water for Kenwa's city back at the spaceport. Now, the menial labor is these troops right here, which are the penal colonies. They are old 2nd edition penal troops with the bomb collars on them. And they are watched over by the Arbites. We have a marshal We have a marshal. We have a judge. And we have a proctor. That's their Chimera. So they watch over the workers that work in the factory here, getting the water out of this oasis. This right here is the Imperial emplacement. This is a Nova cannon, and the Nova cannon can shoot into space and knock out enemy ships coming into orbit. This is the power station that powers the orbital cannon. This is the living quarters and the what will end up being the hospital. And then we have the manufactorum that is running the reclamation plant. We do have an engine seer here from the Mechanicus who will repair any damage to any vehicles, and he runs the Mechanicum reclamation water treatment plant. So now what happens is these are all old 2nd edition Praetorian Guardsmen that I've had for years. There are a few odds and ends in here, like this Victoria female Praetorian, which I thought was pretty cool, so I threw her in there. We have a modern Sentinel, but with the Praetorian helmet. We have Ogrins, 2nd edition Ogrins right there. And then we have Bromhead. This is Bromhead's platoon. He's got 2 squads. So there's 1st and 2nd squad. Up here we have the Rattling Sniper, Hook, who escaped from the farm, from Glazer's farm. And from what I understand, 14 troopers were able to get out of the farm. So they're incorporated into my Imperial Guard. So we have the Warrior Woman right there, Last Chancer. And so we've got a sniper team with Hook, Warrior Woman, and Blick. And we have a mortar team in the center. We have heavy weapons platoon, which consists of the 1st squad lays cannon teams, 2nd squad lays cannon teams, and 3rd squad the mortar team. And as we come around, we see plenty of orcs. We have Colonel Pauline, Commissar Chamberlain in his command squad, and we have Lieutenant Shard's platoon with 1st squad here. This is Chard right here with his command squad, and Chard's 2nd squad from his platoon. We have an old Praetorian Sentinel, and this is Pauline's command Chimera being utilized as a stopgap to stop orcs from breaking into this way. And that's what we got for the Imperial Guard post. We're on a 4x8 table, and basically we're going to use the same rules that were in the the White Dwarf 222, where Alex will be able to utilize this army at least 3 times over. He's got 4 warlords, so he can at least do 4 at least 4 attacks. Any vehicles that are destroyed will remain on the battlefield as wrecks, but any troopers can be recycled. So he can pick one orc warlord that will come in with his troops. He can divide them up any way he wants, and he can attack. There'll be 4 major attacks. So he's got the looted Lehman Russ coming in. He's got a truck with a big gun, and then he's got some trucks here that have big shooters on them. We got some war buggies here, war track. We got some bikes. We got some more trucks. We've got 2 dreadnoughts and 1 old killer can. They're using it as a killer can. We know it's a dreadnought, but it's smaller than with the big dreads, so that's a killer can. And so, I mean, we could do it anywhere, 3 dreadnoughts. So he can come in with that. And there is at least 110 boys in that group right there. So that's what will be coming through there. And then we've got some commandos. We got some we got these guys over here. We've got our boar boys, which are pretty cool. And then we've got these guys here. We got some knobs and mega armor. We got a minder. We got another mechanic. So that's what we're looking at right now. And if we need to be, we got more orcs here that I have to put together and at least get some kind of green color on them. But these are all, they need to be straightened out. So that's what we're looking at, guys. So what do you think? So this is going to be Thursday, and basically what we're doing is the survivors from Glazer's farm has come to the water treatment plant, and they have set up. They know the orcs are coming, so they've set up. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be Thursday battle. It looks like it's going to be fun, and it's similar to Glazer's Creek, except instead of using 2nd edition rules, we are going to be using 3rd edition rules. So very similar to this. We're going to do that. Just we're tweaking it a little bit for us, and then we'll see what happens. So basically what we're doing is we're going to be doing this, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. We'll see what happens. I know I got one, huh? So we'll see if I can hold out, and he'll be coming after me with four waves of orcs. At least 110 to 130 orcs per turn. If I can wipe out the vehicles, I might have a chance. I think the short sides are going to be tough. The way I've got it set up now is I've got heavy bolters, the Chimera. I got pretty much the long boards pretty much covered as far as auto cannons, laser cannons. On this side here, I've got the emplacement, the gun emplacement. I've set the mortars in the center. I've got my snipers in the center. The Nova cannon cannot shoot anything on the table. It has to go up in space. And then we've got laser cannons on the short side over there. And we've got our Ogrins on that side as well, with the Chimera shooting out there. And we'll see what happens. Now, guys, yeah, we'll see what happens. But that is a pretty big orc army. I wish I could have painted it all up, but that ain't gonna happen. They've been sitting in a box, and then I don't know what got into me, but I just wanted to do this. And then once this battle's done, the orcs need to take this, because this cannon right here can be used in the BFG battle over Montar 7. So if I control this, I can use this to shoot down what is coming. And what is coming is this. Over here, I've got some orc ships coming in. So we got some orc ships coming in. And I just put this together here. This is the orc space Hulk that I just put together for Alex's orc army, his space fleet. So when we do our BFG battle, he is going to be coming into Montar 7 with this. So these are Bulgarg's last remaining troops that he left behind to take this plant. And then Alex's ship is going to be coming in with his cruisers, his kill cruisers, and his escorts. And he'll be landing troops onto the planet. This cannon can actually fire out into space and hit this space Hulk. So that's why he needs to take it. If he does take this, then my relief fleet carrying my Imperial Guard, he can shoot at it. And this will be the Imperial Guard fleet that will be coming in. We'll bringing in the rest of the Imperial Guard, plus these tanks and all this other stuff. So that's what we're looking at. That's the campaign. That's what we're setting up. So we'll see what happens Thursday. Have a good one, guys. We'll see what happens. Be good to each other. It's a crazy world out there. Ciao.